Okay, it's now 11:03, so we will begin. First of all, thank you and welcome everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today as we share our first update to you about the transformation taking shape here at ATDW. My name is Brianna, and on behalf of ATDW, I'd like to welcome everyone to this session and to thank you for your interest in what is a very exciting time here within the company and the industry at large. We've had an absolutely overwhelming response to today's webinar and are thrilled to say almost 500 registrations. And our commitment to you is ongoing comms and updates with all of industry. So this webinar really does form one of the first of many scheduled content updates as we move closer to launch and beyond. We'd love you to attend all future events, so please stay tuned and look out for further updates in the following months. Again, thank you for being on the call today. We really appreciate your time and value your feedback, which we've received over the last year from industry during our focus groups, design workshops, and user testing forums. Everything you see today is a result of what you have shared with us during this process. We've really listened and will continue to listen and feed this back into our new platform designed specifically for the future needs of digital tourism in Australia. Just a couple of housekeeping items before we start. We are recording this session today and it will be made available for you via our Destination Managers Change Information page. We're going to pop that link in the chat in a minute. We are using the chat function today in this meeting. We'll also follow up with an email after the webinar, sharing the link to the recording also. The second point is, in addition to your video and your video and audio has been switched off for the call, and that's due to the high number of participants. Because we do have such a large number of participants on the call today, we unfortunately cannot do live Q&A. Instead, we're going to be popping in a form link into the chat, and this is to ask any questions that may come up during the course of the webinar. Please feel free to submit your questions in this form. Submit it and we'll get back to you and answer those questions either individually or via our FAQ pages on the Destination Managers page. So without further ado, we're going to pop in. Firstly, before we get started, I would like to begin with our acknowledgement of country. I would like to acknowledge that we meet on the various lands of First Nations people. I would also like to acknowledge the ongoing custodians of the various lands and waters on which we all work today and pay our respect to elders past, present and emerging, and extend that respect to other Aboriginal people joining us for this session. Okay, well, firstly, introductions. I mentioned first off, my name is Brianna Cunningham and I'm the Change Management Specialist here at ATDW. I've been with the business for over 18 months now and have probably worked with a few of you via the industry and customer support team as well. I have an extensive background in change management and tourism spanning some 20 years and was in the right place at the right time to move into such a pivotal role within the business. I'm excited to be working alongside our project leads and the wider team to really bring these important programs of work together. And when I talk about these programs of work, these include digital transformation, brand, website, and our support center. From a broader perspective, I manage stakeholder coordination and communication, identifying program interdependencies, conducting impact assessments, and managing risk. If you have any questions, please do reach out. I would absolutely love to hear from you. Okay, just a quick play of our contents today. As I mentioned before, we've had an absolutely incredible and overwhelming turnout to this session, and we are so warmed by your keen interest and support to the future of digital tourism. As mentioned, we have a broader program of work at play and have communication plans in place for all partners and industry stakeholder groups. Last week, we held our Distribution Partners webinar, which some of you may have attended. A full recording of that is available through the Distribution Information page, and we'll pop a link to that in the chat as well, so you can access that recording. There will also be some other upcoming industry events too, and those future dates will be available to everyone shortly. But really, the focus of today's session is to outline to you, our destination managers, on the new features within the platform that are in development to further enable and help you succeed within your role. Today, we'll be covering a wide range of areas as outlined in the content screen, starting off with our CEO, Jan, to present a little background on why this transformation matters and what is changing for ATDW and how this helps you. Thanks, Jan.
Thank you, Bree. Lovely to spend this hour with all of you. Thank you. I've been looking super forward to this meeting. I'm pretty sure that everyone on this call knows that adapting to change is no small accomplishment. Change is usually hard and almost always messy. So thank you, Bree, and team for managing our change. And I think you've done a really sterling job. So those of you on the call might be asking yourself, why does this change even matter? Or if I said it differently, why did we even bother? And I'm here to tell you why I believe it matters. To everyone certainly working at ATDW, and to you on this call, and even to everyone in our industry. What's really comforting for us is that our business started with a bold shared vision by all states, territories, and Tourism Australia to enable what we believed even then was a world first, a really unique platform to increase the digital visibility of all tourism businesses. That was the vision in 2021. And it hasn't changed. But what has changed since then really matters. Tourism certainly has changed. How we prepare, publish, and distribute tourism content or businesses or product, that has changed. It's changed a lot. How consumers search, find content, that's also changed massively. The entire landscape of tourism, as you know, has radically evolved from when ATDW was originally set up some 20 plus years ago. So essentially, everything you're going to hear about today is us responding to our changing operating environment. For over a year, we've paid close attention to the trends, changes. We've listened to you, as Bree said, and this really sparked our most ambitious and transformative program over the last 2 decades. And although today we're actually focusing predominantly on digital transformation, our organization has actually changed from the inside out, way beyond just the delivery of new technology. So as I said, after 20 years proudly serving Australian tourism, we're excited to say we stand on the threshold of a new era that we've been preparing for some time now. And that's going to reveal a new name, a fresh identity, and then followed by the launch of our exciting modernized platform. So it makes me very proud to share our journey with you all today, giving you a little window into where we're at as a business, where we're heading. Our target date for all of the change I'm going to talk to today remains our goal, absolutely. But it's worth saying that, as most of you on the call probably know, there's absolutely no crystal ball with technology projects of this complexity and this magnitude. So I want to reiterate that our number one priority remains to create an absolutely positive user experience from day one. So first and foremost, we are committed to delivering excellence, reinforcing our reputation as an organization, as a quality-driven business that has your very best interest at heart. And that's why we care so much about our new brand. So our new brand is ultimately just a symbolic reflection of an updated strategy. It's a reflection of our people, our culture, the work we do, and our brand needed a change 20 years later. Our new brand is a visual identity, which we believe is the face of a progressing, convincing strategy, clearly motivating why every single tourism business should be part of ATDW. Although I can't, unfortunately, yet reveal our new name and brand in this forum, although I would love to, I am confident to say that when we do, you'll find our brand more relevant to you and more relevant to our industry. And as Bree touched on up front, communicating more clearly about the value proposition of our new platform. So speaking of our new platform, our new platform has been a truly incredible collaborative journey with our STO partners and industry. Todd, who's on this call, our technology director, I believe, has done an absolutely phenomenal job in leading this program of work. And it goes without saying, of course, with Nadia adding her usual high-value inputs and her incredible experience at every step of the way. But I'm going to leave this slide to the people that really share the exciting digital updates with you in more detail as we go through the presentation. What I can say is that when we do launch our new platform, we'll truly be on the global cutting edge of tourism content management, reporting, and distribution. And we are so excited by that. Just to reiterate about our platform, our commitment is truly to deliver a quality platform to you. We will not be delivering and launching this platform not even one day before it's ready. And I absolutely assure you that we're pushing so hard to have this platform available, ready in your hands as quickly as we can, but we won't compromise on the quality. So do keep close. Our team will continue to update you when we're in a position to publish firm launch dates. So moving across to support. This is very exciting. This is something that we've discussed as a leadership team for a long time, and we feel that there's huge value in this part of the change. We'll be launching a one-stop hub, an online space to equip you to optimize the use of our new platform, elevating the value that you receive from it. And that's really what it's all about. Nick is going to present in more details about what our support center is going to include. So I'll leave all the exciting parts for her to do. But just to say that we are very much in the trenches with you when it comes to support. And it's also part of our feedback loop to make sure as a business we continue to listen and learn from the people that matter most that are using ATDW. So on that note, I will hand over to you, Nadia.
Excellent. Thank you, Jan. I appreciate the introduction. I'm here today just to share, I guess, some of the changes that are happening in the content around the profiles that we deliver and promote through ATDW, and then also some of the new features as well. So I've got the two fun sections of the presentation for you. Essentially around the importance of content, it is from research over the last couple of years of listening and monitoring industry trends, listening to your feedback and suggestions, that we are ensuring that your content marketing is relevant and aligned to what matters most to consumers as well. We've expanded what ATDW profiles with a suite of new content that's on top of the already rich content around accessibility, accreditations, pricing, wine content, and more, with some new features which I'll go through today. The first one being sustainability, and just so excited, I guess, to launch this one, given that it's on the back of an internationally aligned best practice sustainable data set, consisting of 55 attributes in 8 industry sectors. So sustainability is something that we are so deeply passionate about at ATDW. It's embedded within our core company values, and it's something that we know that we have a very important role to play in protecting our precious future and planet for generations to come, and obviously supporting our industry. So we're committed to enabling like-minded partners like yourselves at destinations to showcase a sustainable product and making it easier for travellers to make conscious travel decisions when visiting our country. So on the slide there, you've got obviously the sectors, and we will be having this information available if you do want in the near future, but we do have a great data set that's been backed by industry leaders, Travelist, and also endorsed by EarthCheck, Ecotourism, and Austrade as well. So I'll move on to the next one, which is around Indigenous culture. And we're adding a new field to collect the Indigenous country name for each profile. This is our first step in moving to a more sophisticated national approach, supported by Tourism Australia, to really, I guess, enable that cultural connection and Indigenous naming that we'll be able to hopefully automate in the near future. So again, like I said, this is the first step that we've been able to achieve, allowing every profile to provide their Indigenous country name for the platform, and in the near future horizon too, hopefully to automate that across the country. Our next content area is an events uplift, which also is exciting given the significance of the significance and importance, I guess, that the visitor economy plays on the event sector. And we want to continue to improve how we manage and publish events in ATW, and making it easier for event managers to be able to create events seamlessly and quickly and have them distributed and published. So what we're doing is standardizing the way and improving the way that events are actually captured, particularly around the date and time, reoccurring schedules for events, and capturing a more rich data set of conditions on how the event occurs, catering for various options and really unique scenarios like every second Wednesday in August, each year. And so that then hopefully will reduce the need to sort of cancel and reactivate events and be able to make it a lot more easier as event operators to manage. For those distributors in the room, I just want you to rest easy that this new way that we're collecting event date and time has completely been mapped to the existing structure in your API. So there won't be any impact or change that you need to do there. And that is the way with pretty much most of our content changes across the platform, that they have been mapped back. And we do have that distributor webinar that we presented last week. If you weren't able to attend that, you can access that for more distribution API information. So yeah, the last bit of content I guess I wanted to touch on that we've added as well in a highlight area is some new locations. So we're expanding the location structure just really to facilitate, I guess, greater flexibility in proximity mapping of our content, enabling itinerary builders and mapping solutions, along with, support and distribution partners at all levels of industry. So we're adding 2 new levels of locations to the current structure around LGAs for the councils and any distribution partners at that level to be able to have a one filter access to your profiles. And also supporting the higher destination networks and broader sort of destinations above that regional level. So these are 2 new areas of location. They'll be automatically applied to profiles as soon as they're created based on our intelligent location mapping. And all an operator has to do is provide their address. And then additionally, as well as this, is improvements to the region profiles. So I know this was a question that came through a few of the early responses within registration, how we were dealing with particularly tours that straddle regions or states or areas. And happy to say that this has been solved or resolved through an API, like a smart API solution, where all of the products at different levels, products, services, or deals are actually being looked at with the API searches and being returned dynamically within that location filter. So yeah, that will be a great one for a lot of industries and hopefully enable operators when creating those profiles as well and not have to duplicate. Excellent. I'd like to move on to some of the new features and share some of the exciting features, particularly, as Bree said, for you as managers of destinations in this forum, particularly because it has seen the biggest uplift probably in the platform in your sector. So as destination managers of this country, you play a pivotal role in the industry success. You often play various roles in relation to both ATW and your support of industry. But particularly at ATW, you create content, you're making destination profiles, journeys, beautiful curated ways to promote your industry. You're sometimes creating profiles for operators in your industry as well. You're predominantly distribution partners. I think we've got most of the region organizations, a lot of councils in our distribution network. And so many of you are also publishing and showcasing that content out to consumers. And then importantly, your advocates and providing that valuable industry development to members, your members and those in your local community who maybe we can't reach at a national level. So that really advocacy and support is of great value as well. And it's those 3 areas that I think we've built this new platform with you in mind, particularly, and added various new tools and features that we're sure will make the management of your destination easier, more optimized, and to meet the ever-changing demands of, I guess, consumers globally. So I'm excited to get into some of these now. The first one here being, I guess, a more intuitive and interactive profile building experience for our operators. So this was defined and tested through various rounds of user testing at the start of this program in the design phase, and stakeholders nationally have helped inform how the profile creation process is going to work. And what it's resulted in is, I guess, a set of really simple questions that provide a step-by-step process for operators to simply go through and build out their profile in a really intuitive way. Along each step of that process, we're also delivering some really in-context guidance, tips and links out to our support hub that Jen mentioned earlier at each step along the way, just to help really guide them, provide some answers to questions that they may not ordinarily know about, you know, why images don't accept text on them and things like that. We've got all of that baked in to support them at those steps. The next component or feature is around our location stamping. So I did touch on that a little earlier with the content phase, but I guess we've made some updates to our Google Maps integration that enables us to geotag, I guess, profiles, every single profile, service, experience, and event in ATW. This geotagging enables the results in rich, accurate location data, again, to be used across various applications, you know, journeys, destination, in destination mobile applications for you to show consumers as they're traveling around your destination where particular products are, you know, in relation to their self. So it's a great uplift there. The next one, moving on, is around images. And I know, again, there were quite a few questions around images, and it has been, I guess, a pain point through our feedback in industry previously. But we completely understand that tourism is such a highly visual industry. Images and videos are what drives consumers' attention and catches their eye to make a booking at a certain product or you visit your destination. And we've optimized our platform to showcase Australia's experiences better. We focus so much in this area and are really delivering tools that enable industry to easily attach, edit, and optimize their beautiful imagery to their profiles, maintaining the same level of high quality standards that you'd expect from our images already. This process will be a lot easier for operators to do. So there will be, you know, resizing tools, editing tools, cropping tools, and things like that, all within the platform that enables them to focus on that and easily apply that alt text and rich data that we have with each of our images as well. Excellent. Excitingly as well, this is the next one is around optimizing our review process. So possibly not applicable to all of the RTOs in the room, but ATW's quality review process is particularly what makes our content stand out above all others in the industry, or, you know, against other big players who have content. Our and the STO, like ATW and the STO teams, run diligent quality assurance checks over every single profile in our database that we're extremely proud of, to ensure that it's showcasing the experiences and the product in our system in the best possible light that it can for your destination. And we've made, again, lots of improvements in this area, really to optimize that process for our review team. And so ultimately how that will benefit you and your operators is delivering clearer in-context feedback. And it may be a bit small in the image, but on each section now, we're able to provide customized feedback on, say, just the distribution, just the description area, just the images, just the pricing, and that can be seen in the platform. And so that gives that operator a really good visibility of where they can optimize. We've also changed that process to make it quicker, enabling some of the fields in the platform to go straight through QA, release live, and we've got no more lock-in QA periods. So you can retrieve your profile at any stage, go re-update it, and pop it back for review. So I think all of that, hopefully the industry will value in a lot quicker turnarounds and more valuable feedback for them along that journey. The next one is definitely about, I'm super excited to launch this. It's been something that we've worked on very closely with our technology partner, but pleased to launch a brand new dedicated destination dashboard. So this dashboard, again, the screenshots show, but how it toggles and what we're doing is an overarching view of your region. So what it does is it enables this oversight for you to see all of the profiles of your members, not only that you can see the profiles that you created yourself and all of the ones that you manage and maintain, but you've got a toggle there on the top right hand corner to be able to switch over and see all of the profiles that are within your region, within your brand, within your accreditation organization. So this functionality is not just for destinations, but we're enabling it, like I said, for brands, accreditation, other tourism organizations like ATIC, ATEC, those to be able to really activate and use the features in ATW as well. So a few destinations have really asked, and particularly through the questions before the session, how they can be more involved in supporting their industry, monitoring when new businesses are listed or ones are expiring. And this new dashboard will deliver exactly that. You can see on the top corner, there was a turn on and turn off. And new profiles that are expiring, new to be being created, and also expiring. And so those ones you'll be able to manage accordingly in your platform. Excellent. The next one, excellent. So getting on to improved reporting. So we know how important, I guess, in reporting and visibility is at all levels of industry to help guide and inform your future marketing and development decisions. And so what we're delivering is a content report for your destination to access as well. Again, giving full insight of the businesses and contents within your area. This is really the first stage in our broader data strategy, which we'll be building out as well. We're eager to share with yourselves, I guess, future performance insights and a lot more performance about across the whole destination network, particularly to operators as well. And delivering that in Horizon 2, we're so excited for. But whilst at first we ensure that the data is tracking, the data tracking is has been adhered to across all destination distributors, and then we test the credibility of that data across our new systems. We will be retaining this at just a content profile overview and releasing more information about our performance reporting in the near future. Excellent. Custom tagging is really the future, I guess, of really good meta tagging, and it's vitally important to how content distribution and the internet advancements in AI are working for the future. It's how we find and maintain, our individual competitive edge, how we build your profile and how it's searched for, and importantly, how your business is found. So not only have we sorry, losing my voice. Not only have we included, I guess, new tag lists and multiple new tags, but we've added more flexibility to your team to create and manage your own tag list. So this is brand new functionality. It is by request through the ATW team, along with some of the other permissions that I noted in the content reporting and things. But essentially it's delivering this much requested functionality to enable you to then maybe run your own set of campaigns, run your own, manage your members, apply member benefits, and segment your content, your area, however way you like. So the custom and tags as well, you will be able to your permission level and accessible and only visible through your API access as well. So no other sort of destination and thing will start to see your own custom set of tags that you'll have access to. Excellent. The next slide there is where memberships. So I guess memberships, I know, or we understand for regions is, I guess, what drives your connection to industry and enables the valuable work that you do as well. And particularly in this area, what we're recommending, or we had some questions as well through the pre-launched registration area, is that, how can this be defined differently, and how can we support and play an active role in the management of operators within your area? And so in order to best support that, we have a recommendation. We've got membership fields of tourism organisation within the platform now. And so what we've enabled is much more flexibility in our management of this, to be able to update that tourism organisation, to be able to have your membership listed in this list, provide your members to us, and then you can filter them, support them, and be able to see them all on your dashboards as well, just resulting in, I guess, improved visibility, reporting, and advocacy that you can, and really actively being able to see them, enabling preferential display if you want your consumer channels, or how you sort of communicate out to them, and through campaigns and more. So they're mainly most of the cool, fun features, I guess, that we are applying through to the platform in terms of features. But there are some, I guess, some important tools and information that you should know about as well. And so I've got a slide here to just overview some of those areas. So at ATW, we have a real commitment to protecting your data, and we are hence introducing some really modern and secure processes across the entire ecosystem of ATW through, personal information and profile collection out to the API as well. So some of those there are around stronger passwords, new permissions in your organization. You can now set up your own permission levels of manager, editor, and viewer within your one account to have different permission structures within your team. And there will also be a new verification process required as well. Further to that, subscriptions for distributors will be moving online and enabling new features of credit card payment and a seamless integration with your online renewals. So for this region, I think we're also suggesting or recommending in the tip there that make sure you do get access or test that you can get access to your profile now. If for whatever reason you're using maybe an email that is an old one, things like that, that will need to be a verified email on the new platform. So really make sure you can get access, and if you can't, reach out to us for support and help. And with that, talking on support, I'd like to hand over to Nicole, who's our customer lead in the customer support success team, to talk through a bit about how we're planning to, I guess, really manage and maintain the launch of this platform, the launch of our brand moving forward, and particularly around our support across the nation. So over to you, Nick. Thank you.
Thanks, Nadia. Hi, everyone. It's a pleasure and a privilege to introduce myself and my colleagues as ATDW's national support team. Our role, of course, as our title alludes to, is all about your success and your operator's success in maximising digital footprint. As a team, collectively, we have quite a wealth of experience working in many layers of the industry over the past couple of decades, including operator businesses, both small and large, operating our own businesses and consultancies. We've also worked within RTOs in both membership, stakeholder engagement and management, and even at a visitor information centre level at the coalface of the industry. So we feel very well equipped to be able to support you. We know how much you are dedicated to your network, your members and your operators, and also likewise we are dedicated to supporting you and supporting them in turn. We share a passion for helping the operators, as I said, to increase their digital footprint. We are extremely operator-centric. We're very patient, we're very kind, and we're more than happy to hold their hand through this process and particularly through this change process as we transform. So whilst we operate our support nationally, we also do have state designations that help us to align with our STO partners. So my state specialty is Queensland, and I also support our larger national operators, our larger brands and consortiums. Shana is our state specialist for New South Wales. Tyler specialises in South Australia. Rebecca looks after Canberra and the ACT, and Phoebe specialises in Western Australia. And for our friends in Tasmania, Victoria and Northern Territory, you of course have a dedicated team based within your STO as reps on hand. And we'd like to thank you for your ongoing advocacy of ATDW, and we recognise that you all play an integral role in being ambassadors for ATDW within your region, so please lean on us wherever we can help you out. As Jan alluded to earlier, we do have the exciting new support centre, which we will be launching in line with the new platform. This has been designed to empower the industry, both operators, distributors and tourism organisations such as you guys, as a go-to resource, maximising the potential of the new platform. So the support centre will provide a fast and easy knowledge base to help guide platform users to best optimise their digital footprint with featured articles, digital marketing tips, a step-by-step guidance, and Loom video tutorials. Some other ways in which we are, I guess, sort of aware of the impact of this change and the ripple effect that it has throughout the industry. We know that we need to ensure that our planning for response strategies is in place. So this is, of course, baked into our core values, and it's a part of our strategy and our commitment to industry. There was a question raised prior to our session today about how much pressure might be put on destination teams during this transition. And whilst, of course, we acknowledge that it's difficult to predict, we are certainly doing everything we can to ensure that the inquiries and the support come through ATDW in the first instance. And we have team and processes in place to support this higher than usual expected volume of support requests over that time. Most notably, from the list here, I'll call out that we will be, of course, prioritising our incoming support requests over our quality assurance processing. and the enhanced chatbot linking to the support centre, along with a newly adopted phone system, which integrates directly through our HubSpot CRM system, will be bringing greater efficiencies and lower wait times for help requests. So as advocates for our industry, we recognise that many of you are also committed to preparing your regional operators for this imminent change. So please make use of the information that you'll receive after our session today, and also our FAQs pages, which is currently available for download, and it is actually linked off the platform directly as you log in. And if you do happen to be attending the ART conference, the Australian Regional Tourism Conference in Newcastle, Nadia will be in attendance, and you will actually luckily be one of the first to see our new brand unveiled. And finally, just with regards to our FAQ pages, as I mentioned earlier, we have built out dedicated change information pages for each of our separate stakeholder groups, our tourism operators, our RTOs and our distributors. The destination managers page does include a lot of the information that we have presented on here today, as well as some other background and future program updates, FAQs and tips on how you guys can prepare for that change as well. For any other questions, please feel free to reach out and get in touch with us directly or via your respective STO representatives. We are available and welcome your feedback and queries. Thanks, guys. I'll hand back to Bree.
Thanks, Nick. We are about to wrap it up. Jan, would you like to finish off with anything at all before I close out?
Thanks for putting me on the spot. I guess what I want to finish up with is what a privilege it is to actually be an observer of the little hearts, the clapping, the thumbs ups, just the affirmation that you give. I don't think you could possibly know how much it means to us. I am wildly proud of this team and the miracles that I believe we are delivering. And by miracles, I mean because we're a lean business. And I believe that we're building something that is quite powerful and future-proof, and going to add a massive impact in driving the future of digital tourism. So I think thank you to my team, if I could take this opportunity to thank them, and just for your sincere participation. You know, you don't just show up and listen. Your emojis, your messages, your support, and your negative feedback, all of that, we need it and we value it. So thank you so much.
Thanks, Jan. Well, everyone, that wraps up our presentation for today. I hope that this has given you some great insight as we enter the final stretch of our journey as ATDW and begin our new era of digital tourism with the full unveiling of our new brand and platform in the very near future. Thank you all again for your attendance. It has been wonderful to see such a strong turnout today, and we will respond. Now, we have actually put the form into the chat. So if you did want to ask any questions, that link is in there. And we've also posted a link to the RTO digital transformation page as well. So please refer to those two resources, and we look forward to answering all your questions. As I mentioned at the beginning of today's session, we will be having a recording available to you that will go up again on the RTO change management information page. We'll also follow up with an email too. The slide deck will be available on the same page. So thank you everyone for today, and have a lovely remainder of your Thursday. Bye all.